You have unlocked the hidden level.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Hidden Level Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, MC, and we have Mr. Fuzzles over here. Can we hear you, Fuzzles?
Hi, everybody!
He's gonna have to shout for the entire podcast. And then we have our special guest, air guitarist AG. What's up, dude?
How's it going, guys? I'm pretty good, thank you. Sorry to cause Fuzzles to be the quiet one again, but there you go.
We're having a bit of Discord issues, so we're using Skype audio again. And man, I do not miss Skype audio. Bloody hell. Anywho,
This has to be one of our highest quality, on time, well planned, coordinated podcasts of all time.
Yeah,
this
this
is
I would-
one of the records.
I'd like to point out that if somebody was here on time and actually remembered that the podcast,
Why
we
is
would
he
have had
shouting?
time to.
It was my fault.
We had a little bit of a scheduling mishap, and it's all good. The problem with these, I have to admit this, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm so used to scheduling, the podcast always feels like it was last Saturday, right, Fuzzles? You always feel like we just had one.
I'm telling you, I actually left this morning from my house driving going, the podcast is last weekend.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah. It happens so often to me too. I'm like, podcast last Saturday. Oh shit, no, it's this week. It's so funny.
We just had Battery Chris on like
Yeah.
2 days ago,
Mhm.
right? There's no way there's a podcast today.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
I
man.
had that because I was scrolling through Discord this morning and going through my direct messages. I was like, oh yeah, I think MC said something about that's today. Oh Christ. It's quickly like a 1.5 hour drive to get a new microphone. So
Oh, jeez. The last time you were here as well on the podcast, you had a little bit of an issue. Was it audio, or was it because you just didn't have your setup at home?
it's good to have my setup. I was using my MacBook in
Yeah.
in a village in the middle of nowhere.
Mhm.
I am now in a different village, very close to the same middle of nowhere. The internet is still not amazing, but I'm still pushing on with my plans to get back into streaming. So
It's interesting
So what-
that. Go on, Fuzzles.
What mythical creatures can you expect in this village?
you can expect the lesser spotted sober person because they're very rare. We have many bars, and so but in terms of mythical creatures, not so much, I don't think.
No leprechauns then. Do you know what's funny,
No.
AG? I obviously am using long-term memory here because it was a year and a half ago, but it looks like your background behind you is the exact same as the background that you had last time in the other place. It's hilarious.
False, sir. False, I tell you.
You're in a completely different building.
I would like to welcome all the podcast viewers into Chateau AG. As you can see, it is vast, expansive, and cavernous. And no, this is a temporary situation.
No, what it is AG Googled an image of comfortably living, and he saved a picture
Yeah,
on his
and it's
on
his green
computer.
screen.
And that's his
Just a-
background. That's his background for every place that he goes to.
Do you know that Boogie2988 did that for like 3 months or something? He had moved house, and he
Yeah,
had
Day 9 did that too.
he had spent like 5 years in one room or one bedroom with the same posters, and he used that as his green screen for like 3 extra months while after he had moved. It's hilarious. Oh man.
That is.
I mean, it's kind of like if you've moved house and people are used to that background, and maybe
yeah,
it's also about you haven't got a full setup yet, so you don't want people maybe to figure out where you are, perhaps.
Yeah. And
Because I know that Boogie's, he's spoken at it before about people coming up to his house and just knocking on his door. So
Oh yeah, that's another topic we should talk about. So in a way, we have 2 topics to talk about today. The first one being the one we were talking about just before we came on. The holidays are over. It's January, February. It's the quietest months of the year for streaming. How do you feel about that? AJ, you're kind of looking on Twitch, so
Yeah.
tell us your opinion on on the viewer counts that you see and the less hits?
I feel that they're lower because everyone's a lot of like it's with like the holiday season as well. You get a lot of the more the streamers, the viewers, sorry, with a paycheck. So you find that you do get an increase in the donations and just a general interaction. So obviously, with like last week being Blue Monday, so like the most depressing week for people after the holiday season, they're going back to work. They're not tipping, they're not subbing, they're not engaging. Everyone's just kind of grinding back into work, and the younger viewers are going back into school. So it can be sometimes you go into a room where there's like normally 30 or 40 people and there's like 15. You're like, okay, but the ones that do stay, they kind of make it because they kind of bring an extra energy, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. Fuzzles is doing pretty well. I mean, he's in Terraria at the moment, and I always see him with pretty good hits. So, Fuzzles, how are you feeling about the January blues in inverted commas?
Well, so mid-December is when my computer took a giant shit, and I was down for about 2 weeks from streaming. But 2 days like prior to going down was like this insane amount of like generosity and momentum, and I gained like 50 subs in 2 days.
Jesus.
Wow.
But it was like through like gifted subs and whatnot, and it just makes me wonder like if I had not gone down, what would have happened? But because I went down like so immediately, I just got hit with the giant wave of all those gifted subs going
boom,
gone,
right?
Yeah. But it's actually pretty cool because like it's balancing right back out again, and not even through gifted subs. Like it's just slowly numbers are still rolling in. Obviously the viewer count and the subs aren't as high, but they're getting there. And I mean, it is very hard. I will say this: being a streamer for nearly 3 years on Twitch, I've experienced 2 Christmases now. I've experienced 2. It's looking actually a lot better this time around.
Yeah, than it was last time.
Yeah, than the last 2 years. It's looking way better.
One thing I would say about January, though, is it's the one time when Twitch decides to make a load of changes. And last year, if you remember, their website kept going down. Like, they kept crashing over and over again. And it killed our streams for, like, whatever that was happening. So that only happened once this year, thank God.
Any and every small streamer was just getting absolutely demolished.
Yeah.
And it wasn't by, like a ton of viewers... in a ton of different like popular streamers. It was one stream channel that was just absorbing Twitch. That was crashing Twitch. And I gotta say, if I was that channel, like I would be proud of that. But being on the
receiving end
99.9. Oh my gosh, that was horrible.
I think January is a good month to just get to know your regulars, obviously, and get to know the people who are there all the time. And then February seems to be, February is usually a good month, but you're right about last week being the Blue Monday, and people are at the lowest amount of money when it comes to finances because they're paying off all their credit cards and stuff. So I do believe Twitch is getting hurt in January. The only good thing about January, however, this year that I find is the amount of indie games is crazy. There's so many indie games this
heck
month.
Yes.
Yeah. Staxel, for example.
Heck yes.
Have you guys played Staxel? Any interest in it?
I am. Ella pushed me into playing it last night, actually. So yeah, I have, and I'm. You know what? I'm surprised it's taken this long to have those two genres.
Put them together.
Lovingly smash their faces together. And I'm looking forward to enjoying that game a bit.
Fuzzles met the developer for this game, and he was having dinner with him. And I'm just thinking, if Fuzzles is ever going to play this, do you know about this connection, Fuzzles?
Yes.
Yeah. So will you play Staxel or no?
He can't say by the looks of things.
It's Minecraft, dude.
Yeah, Minecraft meets Stardew.
It's Minecraft, basically, and I'm not a Minecraft fan.
It
like. You cannot.
You're thinking about it the wrong way. It's Roblox meets Harvest Moon. There you
Roblox.
go.
I just like as cool as the game, you know, like people were telling me, "Hey, fellas, have you played that new game? It's basically like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon." I'm like, "Really?" So I go to click it. I'm like, "This is Minecraft, dude." Did I type the right like game name? I don't.
It's very messy. The world is very, very messy. Speaking of Staxel, did you see Pedguin's very popular Twitch clip right now? It got retweeted by Keemstar and all these different YouTubers. 200,000 views. Did you see that at all, AG and Fuzzles?
No, I missed that one, unfortunately. I will check it out, though.
Check it out. I'll see if I can get a few later. So what happens is he's talking to Alexa, and he wants Alexa to play music. So he asks Alexa to play music, and Alexa says, playing your last played audio, gay radio. And then he said, "No, that's not true. I wasn't listening to gay radio." And everyone is like talking about it. Alexa brings him out of the closet. Reddit went crazy. Oh man, it was so funny. Gay radio. He's the last thing he listened to. Oh Jesus, poor. And he's like sitting there. No, I wasn't listening to it.
It was at that moment that he knew that the internet was going to eat him alive.
Exactly.
Guys, slowly but surely, robots are taking over. I'm telling you. We're starting with Alexa.
There it is. Alexa, stop. Is that the same one with the amount of views and stuff? That was Foxy there. Yeah, 221,000 views, and that only had 200,000 earlier. So that's getting 20,000 views in 8 hours. What the fuck?
I bet he's really enjoying the publicity right now.
Yeah, I would say so. To be retweeted by like Drama Alert and everything, and have thousands of people. Reddit, he's all over Reddit. I think he was on the front page of Reddit for that. I don't think he still is though, because he posted his Reddit post.
I just watched it. That was awesome. That was so awesome.
Sorry about the curses, guys. All right, I'm gonna get off my second screen now. But anyway,
that was awesome.
That is so funny. Who was the guy up top? That's Air Guitarist. He's a part of the Hidden Level team. Very, very good streamer. AG, when are you going to be back streaming, or when are you going to get some?
Streaming will commence next week.
Ooh, next week, the big comeback.
Yeah, the comeback is real. Going after the 2-time Intercontinental Champion now. Yeah, it's not ideal. I mean, I moved up to Selby due to a laundry list of circumstances which some of you guys know about and most of the Hidden Level know about. I won't go into it here because we've only got like how long left. I've had to move twice to try and get a semi-decent internet connection, and I have a connection where I can stream out of, but it's not going to be great. So I'm kind of cutting my losses and saying, you know what, I'm either going to move many times and try and find a connection where I can stream and I'm happy, or I'm just going to stream and you guys are just going to have to enjoy 480p a guitarist for the next however long it takes. And it's been 6 or 7 months, and it's getting back in the saddle is well overdue, and I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to doing some things with my stream that I haven't done before. So but I won't let too much go on that. You just have to keep your eyes peeled about what's going to be changing.
Make sure you share it.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely.
What?
You know, AG, I cannot fathom moving twice.
Yeah.
Like so close together. Like moving once is incredibly stressful, but moving twice so close to each other, that has to be.
I realized very quickly, when the time come to move, I was in this little tiny bed set, and I was like, I can't have that much stuff. You know, I got it all up here in the back of my car. No problem at all. But Jesus, I'm so glad I saved all of those carrier bags, because I was like, I made like 3 trips. I was like, how have I accumulated so much crap in the last like 4 weeks? What the fuck happened?
When I moved over here, I left so much stuff behind. I pretty much shed all of my fucking stuff off me. So I moved over with very little compared to what I used to have. And it's so true. When you move, you realize how much shit have I accumulated over the last few years, and for you a few weeks.
So much shit has been accumulated.
By the way, what was that topic that we were literally just talking about not the one about the January viewers. You mentioned something, AG, that I said would be a good topic. Do you remember what it is?
Oh God, no.
Shite. Well, I'll move on to a different topic, and that is something that Fuzzles and I have very similar. So for me, I'm 1 year full time on Twitch, and
Congratulations.
I'm also 2 years partnered today on Twitch. It's 2 years anniversary. Fuzzles, your 1 year is coming up next month, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Gonna be big. Are you gonna do anything for it? I completely forgot until yesterday.
Yeah, it's going to be in about 18 days.
18 days, okay.
Wow. Set your watches. Hey, Alexa, set a reminder for 18 days.
Setting gay radio.
Poor Penguin.
No, but as far as like plans go, I'll try to plan something, but I don't see us doing anything crazy. Maybe it'll just be like just a long IRL stream or something. I don't know.
That's cool. An IRL stream would be good.
Yeah.
Maybe do a cooking stream.
I'd rather do the eating stream.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot.
Yeah. Have you ever gone into that section for one of your lunches or anything like that?
Me, no. However, my channel has done an eating.
Oh, yeah. And were you in social eating for that? Or IRL?
My channel was in social eating.
Yeah, okay. Because the weirdos...
I wasn't doing it. It was Ella. And Laser Girl.
The weirdos that come in to that section is ridiculous. They want you to do so much weird shit, and I just like... I've never taken... Because I took my lunch. Like, if I was having a lunch on stream and having my food, and I wasn't going out to the kitchen to eat it, I would go into the social eating. I did it twice. Second time, I said, I'm never going back in there again. They wanted me to, like, rub peanut butter in places that I ain't gonna rub it and stuff like that. It's weird, man. It's weirdos. So,
see, I specifically avoid eating on camera.
Yeah,
I will take a break and go, I'm going to take a 10-minute break and then just going to shove a granola bar into my mouth as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And then come back like...
Yeah, me too. I do that too.
That's what I was doing right before the podcast.
Yeah, sorry. You were eating.
My face.
You were eating your croissant.
Do you guys feel like, real quick, that the fact that things like social eating and IRL and all of the other kind of niche channel sections exist is partly responsible for like people not onboarding on Twitch so much?
No.
Does that make sense?
It just has to do with different cultures.
Because I think that's what we were going to talk about was just people not using Twitch so much. In general.
Yeah.
You know,
as much as YouTube these days and stuff.
You think so?
In fact, I want to say thank you to Twitch for advertising and broadcasting and reaching out to getting as many viewers as possible within the last year. Twitch has been blowing up, actually, in my opinion.
Especially with this new thing that they're doing. I think we talked about it last podcast.
Yeah, like there's and not only Twitch, but like a lot of the viewers that are, making like all the streamers that are making like tons of like hilarious highlights to broadcast across other platforms and different other like media sites that are bringing people to Twitch. It's just I like to think that Twitch is growing pretty quickly, and all the improvements that they've made also to the website means that they are having a huge influx in money. So that they're getting successful and still growing. So
speaking of growing and having like lots of viewers coming in, Fuzzles, you had a stream recently that I heard you couldn't believe who was streaming Sea of Thieves. Oh no, it wasn't Sea of Thieves, it was a different game. I can't remember the name of it. There was a famous person streaming a game on Twitch, and that people in your chat were telling you about it, and you were like, no way, Snoop Dogg.
Well, it wasn't the fact that Snoop Dogg was streaming, it was just the fact that he was just
rolling,
smoking on a big fat joint in the camera, like live on Twitch. I was like, how, like, is Twitch, like, really going, you know what? It's Snoop Dogg, guys. We can't ban him. He's bringing in so many viewers right now. He gained, like, 150,000 followers in 2 days. There's no way we're going to ban. No, it just has to do, like, I think they, like, when did they change rules on that, MC?
Back, I think it was when San Francisco was legalized cannabis, I don't. That was a few years ago, about a year ago, right?
Yeah, I guess in response to UK, in response to the law changing, I guess you have to adapt, don't you?
It's technically allowed because of San Francisco allowing cannabis, but local laws do apply. What were we going to say, Fuzzles?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. So local laws, as long as your local law says, smoking this drug is okay, then I guess you're allowed to do it on Twitch.
There was a fucking streamer snorting drugs on stream a couple of weeks ago, and he isn't banned. I don't know why he's not banned. He got reported, but he's still there. A partner streamer. It's crazy. But anyway, apparently, I was told this by a few people. That Snoop Dogg stream was actually pre-recorded, which is kind of sad to hear. Because I thought he would be like seriously sitting down streaming, but apparently it was pre-recorded. That kind of ruined it for me. So it was kind of like a vodcast more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it does go to show it does go to highlight the power of just being able to pick up and watch the streaming content. I mean, when I was saying earlier about the viewer stuff and where Fuzz disagreed with me, had a contrasting argument. I think he's right, to be honest. The fact that there are more, there's more variety out there probably means that the people that would come for the gaming now go off and find their own, little thing, the thing that they actually really want to watch.
You sitting on a whoopee cushion, dude.
I am sitting on a bright green whoopee cushion.
A big one.
A big one. Actually, AG, I mentioned something.
It won't do it now.
in that conversation, I mentioned something that YouTube or Twitch are doing something big with YouTubers. Just in case you don't know what it is, YouTube are bringing Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, and 2 other big YouTubers to do a special stream once a week or something on Twitch for Disney. So instead of going to YouTube for Disney, like related content, they're bringing it over to Twitch now, which is kind of cool.
Man,
that is really cool. Is that an agreement between Twitch and Disney, or is that an agreement between YouTube and Twitch, or?
It's definitely Twitch and Disney. It can't be YouTube.
Yeah.
And they're making a special rule. I don't like this, actually. They're making a special rule that Jacksepticeye and the boys are allowed to be live on YouTube and Twitch, where we can't as partner streamers. We're not allowed to do it. And it's affiliates as well, I don't think can. We're exclusive, whereas they're making special rules for these guys. Also, a thing I don't like about this was I was hoping like Co-Carnage or Lyric or someone on Twitch would be on this thing, but it's all YouTubers. But either way, it's going to increase the amount of viewers coming over to Twitch.
Wes Dude says Amazon and Disney, and I think that's actually right on the money there. And the reason that breaking the clause exists is because it's Amazon and freaking Disney.
It's massive.
Someone's ran the numbers for the ad revenue and gone, this is going to be really good for us.
Yeah, it makes special treatment.
It's going to be.
Oh no! I mean, I wouldn't even complain about them getting special treatment. No. Again, they're bringing a huge chunk of audience. Just realize how big of an audience that those streamers have, right?
Yeah.
And just what chunk might come over going, wait, live streaming is a thing?
Yeah, let's watch.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's like how many people would go, wait, I thought Twitch was for just, this thing, and then they come into Twitch and they go, crap, I can watch practically whatever I want live.
I can talk to people on my through the camera.
Yeah, I know that YouTube has a platform.
Hello, person.
Hello.
YouTube has a platform, but the bitrate is way too low. Have you ever tried? I haven't tried YouTube streaming, but I looked it up, and the bitrate's like 2,500 or something. So
it's not great.
It's not great at all compared to 6K for Twitch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, 6K to who? Because I mean, again, partner streamers, yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Get up to that high.
Yeah.
Non-partnered, as long as their viewership is hitting that, then yes.
Yeah.
But. Remember when we were sitting in that boat, MC?
Oh man, don't remind me of those days, dude. Where the stream would go on.
Even when I got partnered, I wasn't hitting over 2,500 because of my internet connection. So, just saying.
I remember that all too well. And then you'd stream for 2 hours, and you'd get 100 viewers, and then your stream would crash because they gave you source options, and then, then you had to start again, and oh my god, we went through some awful times to get partnered, dude.
What a horrible system.
What a horrible system indeed.
What a horrible system.
No.
Yeah, I think I started streaming right when everyone cheering that you were getting transcoding was a thing. You know, everyone's like, "Yeah, you've got quality options, woo, yay!" And then like about 3 weeks later, it was like, it's not a thing anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't really help. Well, the bit rate between source and second is so low as well, or so huge. I mean, 6,000 bit rate for source, and then I think it's 2,200 for high, or 720p. So it's like massive drop. I was going to mention something about the Twitch influx that we talked about, Fuzzles, and probably because I play an esport most of the time, it kind of shocked me that this is the case. So for the longest time on Twitch, listening to like Summit and all these guys, they always mention that when there's a big tournament going on in the game that you're playing, your viewers go down rather than up because people are watching the tournament. But I've noticed the opposite. When DreamHack is on, playing Rocket League, today we had a great day, for example, because people are spilling out of DreamHack looking for people to play with instead of just watching. So it's great. It trickles down. It's so cool.
Well, here's the thing. Like, there's no reason to complain about if a tournament's happening that the viewers in their specific channel goes down. There's no reason to complain because that tournament is bringing so many more viewers to you after the tournament ends.
Yeah, it's so
as long
cool.
as you perform well. I mean, that's what every gamer streamer wants, is to perform well to gain viewership. Now, like for example, ADGQ or SDGQ, you guys watch that, right?
Oh, I love the GDQs.
So how many streamers that have 1,000 followers blow the hell up after doing like a 5-minute speed run on SDGQ? 5 minutes, and they're now up to like 8,000 followers.
Or even another person, I saw him, he was following AGDQ around, so every game that they speedran, he speedran it in his channel, and then whenever they left that game, he was getting the viewers, and then he'd follow the AGDQ over again, and it was so cool for him. Yeah.
You do it.
It's also like, you know, some of these tournaments, they have pretty long bits of downtime in between actual matches. So you know, there's plenty of opportunities that whilst you're alongside it to, if they're running the ads or they're having an interview that no one wants to listen to, they're gonna, well, I say no one, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I know that SGDQ and AGDQ, they have really cool interviews in between, but setting up of going from a Super Nintendo speedrun to an N64 speedrun takes time. So there is that downtime
where they'll come over to you.
Yeah, and there's no, I don't think there's any shame in taking advantage of that at all. I think that's very good.
That is pretty cool. That's a good tactic. Very good tactic. Have you guys any interest in Sea of Thieves? Have you been watching it? No interest?
Witcher 3?
Witcher 3? Sea of Thieves, by the way, one thing I want to say about that is Burke Black is rubbing his hands together. He has been a pirate for 3 years, all right? And then a game comes out about pirates. He's on 5,500 viewers now, like, for that game. And he's not even on top of the game, and he's on that many. Jesus, this is like gold for him. Swear to God. Anyways, it's a great looking game. If you haven't heard of it already, AG, what you literally do is you have to have a team of 4 people or more in an open world that involves other players. They're all in there, but you don't see them very often. And one person has to steer the boat, one person has to do the anchor.
Sounds perfect for me.
One person has to do the sails, one person has to do all that stuff and all the other stuff. And then you find the treasure island, you go get your treasure, you bring the treasure back to the boat, and while you're stocking up the boat, some other team could come in while you're back on the island and steal all the stuff you just stole and feck off. So you can be a pirate. You choose yourself. You don't have to choose like a select option, but you can be a pirate who robs other players, or you can be a treasure finder who finds treasure. It looks so awesome, and the graphics are kind of basic in a way, so that it'll run on most systems too. So it's really, really good.
I'm looking at some of the screenshots now. That, I mean, I like that. I mean, it kind of goes back to the whole DayZ kind of thing, where, you know, you don't know if that ship on the distance is going to be friend or foe, or they're just going to skip you by.
Yeah,
and
that's really cool.
I guess some people do like that whole, I'm in an MMO, but I don't really have to interact with anyone kind of thing. I mean, I kind of like that. That's why I like playing on big Minecraft servers, because, you know, people are going to come my way occasionally, but I'm still part of the part of the world, you know.
Yeah, you're still part of it, but you still enjoy your own little solo experience. I'm the same as you, actually. I prefer interacting less with the randoms and just do my own thing with a team of other players. But yeah, it's.
I could imagine that could get pretty trolly though, right?
Oh yeah. You guys ever heard of VR chat? I don't know if I've talked to you about this yet. Have you played it,
Yes.
Fuzzles?
No.
Oh, I played it on stream, and bloody hell.
You played that on stream? That
Wow.
is risky as hell, bro.
It is risky as hell. Tell me about any risks you might have heard. I had to quit the game when we had naked anime going around, and when someone decided to try and hack my character, and I was afraid that it might go further than that, so I got out of there as fast as I can. Never playing it again. It was crazy, but we had a great laugh. We were roaring laughing. What risks have you heard about, Fuzzles?
For risking that. That's
Okay.
crazy.
What
risks have I heard?
Yeah.
I haven't heard of any risks.
Oh, okay.
I just think that game just screams, "Don't stream me! You can get banned!" That's all.
God.
What it is. That's all. That's what it screams.
Yeah,
at
and
me.
it's so true, because pictures of naked women can literally just be put in front of you, and you turn around and they're like surrounding you and stuff like that. Thank God we didn't have any of that. But yeah, it was fun while it lasted. But I'll never play again. But one thing that we did do in that game was we tried to pick up girls. So I was chatting up girls in an Irish accent with dressed as a leprechaun. And we met a few girls. One Australian girl kind of took a shine to us, and the chat was telling me what to ask her. So like one
playing
person
the stereotype card quite heavily there.
yeah, very heavily. And the chat was telling me what to ask her. The chat was telling me what to say to her, and the things that the guys came up with were ridiculous. But anyway, it was fun.
Didn't they have the same thing with like on the DS kind of virtual worlds where
They
you could have
virtual
that
world.
something like that, where you
Now
could have a personalized card and people were just like going completely ham on them.
Now the PlayStation had a PS Home experience, and I used to play that when I was younger, and it was so much fun trolling people in that game. But
did that get shut down recently?
It did, unfortunately. Yeah. But it was useless by the end of it. It was just a waste of time. Speaking of playing the card, if you guys ever had read or are going to see the movie Ready Player One, the movie is about going into an augmented universe where you live your life and you work. If we in real life ever had virtual reality where we lived our lives in VR chat is how the world would be. It wouldn't be some sort of nice place full of nice people. It'd be full of fucking trolls in real life if we had that. Yeah, it would be a mess. Yeah.
I mean, some people play in VR worlds or play in virtual worlds to escape real life troubles, and then there are people that have to turn off the virtual world and go back into real world to escape the trolls.
It's the same with like zombie apocalypse. If that ever happens, it'd be just a world of trolls. And
we think we would be prepared for a zombie apocalypse, but no.
We'd be up against other idiots.
It's like I played DayZ, man. I know what to do against zombies. It's fine. It's like, no, you would not. You'd be dead like the rest of us.
I am intrigued by the idea of like a zombie apocalypse. I think it would be a very interesting lifestyle.
I agree. I'd love to do it if it wasn't for all the like scumbags and gangsters around, because they'd just kill everyone.
That's exactly it. I mean, it's not even like scumbags and gangsters. It would turn good people bad. It's all survival at that point.
They'll be killers.
You know?
Yeah.
Like they will take what they need to survive or to fend for who they care about. So two good people can come across each other, and one of them's gonna end up dead. That's gonna be the lifestyle.
You'll really find out who your friends are.
Yeah. Real quick.
And it will turn out to be nobody.
I think The Walking Dead nailed it on the head about about a year into the apocalypse, how you literally cannot trust anybody, no matter how friendly or how accommodating they seem to be.
Yeah.
Totally. Luring, trapping, killing, taking, that's all it is.
Yeah. It's living. It's what it is, and you do whatever it takes. I mean, we're quite lucky that we live in a society where we can go to work, earn money, pay for goods and services, go home, and not worry about it.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that's true.
You take all of that away and you replace it with Mrs. Myrtle down the street now wants to eat you. Plus, there's no power, no clean water, no fuel, no anything. You know, you don't just bob down the shops for a packet of noodles. You know, it's
the place is cleared out.
Fucked.
For the record, okay, it wasn't the whole killing thing that intrigued me. I just wanted to just throw it out there for you guys. That's not what it was. It was it was just the sheer fact of just walking dead bodies that you have to shoot in the head in order to kill. Like, that's what intrigued me. Okay. Let me just say that.
And all the canned food in the world, by the way, the longest date, obviously, would say be 2022. After 2022, we're all screwed because all the food would be out of date.
Unless you're a good farmer.
Yeah, unless you're a good farmer. Hopefully the soil.
That's
one thing I always wondered about Walking Dead, and I know it's normal for them to be able to farm, and I know that the soil shouldn't be contaminated, but they're lucky that the zombie apocalypse didn't contaminate the soil, so they can't regrow stuff, you know. And the animals didn't turn into zombies either.
That depends on what caused the apocalypse in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, so if it was an airborne virus or a waterborne, if it was any kind of virus, odds are it would be in the soil. But if it was like an otherworldly thing, then obviously, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Nobody knows, and that's probably the scariest part, because we all think to kill a zombie we shoot it in the head. That's what modern like storytelling about zombie has taught us. Yeah. But we don't know that.
No, that could be a lot of bollocks.
Same as like stabbing a vampire through the heart with a stake is gonna kill it.
Yeah, we made that up.
What if it doesn't?
I mean, personally, clearly, I think that I honestly don't think a zombie apocalypse would last more than a month. And here's why. All right, bodies decompose.
That's why they call it apocalypse. Yeah.
In fact, for a zombie to even get to you, it would have to get to you within its first maybe day or two of even dying. The body of actually dying, because the eyes and are going to be the first to go in a dead body, you know.
Well, rigor mortis would get it well before the eyes would go, so it'd just be a living plank.
Yeah, true. So,
an undead living plank.
But that's assuming that, you know, if you wanted to go further down the rabbit hole with this, that's assuming that what we define as a zombie apocalypse, what if the zombie doesn't behave as we would expect it? You know, that's the whole point of a virus.
Or have you guys ever seen the parasites that turn snails or some even animals into walking zombies? The bodies are not dead. The parasite just simply is eating the brain and has took over the brain and is controlling the either bug or animal. So that could happen possibly to humans, which would be pretty nuts.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hidden Level podcast, where we occasionally talk about zombies.
It's
brought to you by Vodcast.
We love you. Yeah, this is a fucking zombie cast at this stage. Now
we need to talk about more often.
It's 8:54. Are you staying on, Fozzles, or do you have to go?
I got to get moving.
You have a 1 o'clock start, right?
Yes.
All right. So
I would love to stay in the chat, though.
Me and AG will continue conversing while you're getting set up, and we'll come over to meet you. Unless, of course, you want to stream the podcast. I'm just kidding. You can literally be just that.
And Fuzzles. And he's gone.
All right, so I have your Skype window ready to go, not like last time, and I'm going to remove. So I'll let you say goodbye. Where can they find you, Fuzzles?
If you guys wanted to come on over, just come over to Arizona State in the United States in case a zombie apocalypse happens. That's where you can find me.
He's a trained gun expert, and he has guns.
Although by the time you get to me, the world may have changed by then, and I might want to shoot you instead of help you. So better get over here quick.
Yeah, we would like to point out that he did say that you would not try. He would not. It would take like a whole day for him to start not trusting anybody.
Yeah.
So I would not walk near his house, considering he is a gun expert. I would run the other fucking way.
In fact, I'm wearing my sweater right now. RSO.
We don't go over there anymore. That's Fuzzles' house.
There's
he's a little crazy.
Get off my lawn. Fuzzles, much love and peace out, dude.
Just see him at the top, like on the balcony in Zero, going, "Come on now, come on now, I'm gonna get you."
I got a straw of hay sticking out of my mouth. Hey, get off my property! This is the street. That's my property. Get off.
Oh, geez.
Get on now.
Welcome to the Fudge Club, bitch.
Coming this summer.
The Fuzz Club.
Are you ready for the action, the desire? One man with the fuzzily big feet fights back against a zombie horde.
AJ, you just captured me just now in that moment. That was fantastic. All right, guys, I'm out. Thank you so much, everybody, for having me. If you guys want to find me, boom. Thank you, Joanna. She posted a link right there to my Twitch channel. And, yeah, I'm out, guys. Have a good one.
See you later, buddy.
Been here, buddy.
So now we wait for Fuzzles to get set up on his stream. And hopefully you don't get... you're going to get zoomed in. Shit.
No.
If you get zoomed in very closely, I'm just going to go my full screen, and it'll just be me on the screen with you talking as well.
That's fine. I'm happy with that. If it makes your stream better, then go ahead and do that.
And the guys won't be able to see every complexion on your nose and face because you're like at the corner. Look, let's see what he has in his kitchen, lads. I see a box of Pringles. I see a candle, and I see some sort of red device. I wonder what that is.
That's not my kitchen.
Oh,
that's an air freshener. They were Pringles. Get that shit out of here. And it's a lantern.
A lantern. Ooh, lovely.
A lantern. Anyway.
Oh, God. That was
enough
a good podcast.
spying. Yeah.
It's a pity about the 45 minutes. See, we cut the podcast down to an hour because we have changed time zones, and Fuzzles is streaming at 1 on Saturdays, and I didn't want to ruin that on him. So we said we'd cut it down. During the summer, because it's BST that we go off of, we'll be back to 2-hour streams at least. But starting at 2 o'clock for him, he has the gym later on, so he didn't want to. Well, we didn't want him to have to be.
No, absolutely.
Stuck. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
What's your schedule for next week, or do you have one yet?
My schedule is it's going to be probably 5:30 to 9 p.m. GMT Monday to Friday. Well, Monday to Thursday, but that is all dependent on how well that goes, given the fact that I am in a 6-room house share with less than stellar internet. So hopefully, I mean, we did a test stream today for about 45 minutes. It wasn't great. The drop frames were quite high, but I'm willing to put that aside and let people complain about it. Because I'm streaming, because I'm actually going to be there doing stuff. No more morning streams on live. Who knows? At the moment, I'm currently working full time. I have a long-term plan. But if I was to do a morning stream, it would be stupid early in the morning. So I would love to do an AG in the morning stream, and for now, I have to pay my dues, pay my bills, and I've got a lot of stuff to actually get on with, considering that I've had to put the last 2.5 years of my life completely to bed and move on from that. So getting back into streaming as a stage 1, that's where I'm going for. I'm changing a little bit about who I am when I stream and what I do when I stream. So you will start hearing some cuss words, and you will start hearing different things at different times. So yeah.
You're going to go non-PG.
I am going to go non-PG. Yes, I'm going to start swearing my fucking head off. I'm like I explained today to the people that were in. As much as I get being a family-friendly streamer, I want to change what my stream is with regards to who I am when I stream. Mm-hmm. And it's not about being a character streamer as such, but being able to play a persona in a way that kind of disconnects me from what I'm doing at the moment. Because at the moment I'm getting up, I'm going to work, I'm coming home, I want to stream, and I want to change.
Yeah, I understand.
And I want to do that for me. I was a family-friendly streamer because at the time, to be honest, I couldn't swear in my house because I had 2 kids running around.
Yeah.
Now I don't have that. So now I get to explore what streaming and being air guitarist online means to me without getting too psychological about it. But we get to have fun with being me and where that can go and where that can lead.
That's good, though, as long as you're not just cursing for the sake of it, but I know you won't. You're just going to be true to yourself and just curse whenever you feel like cursing. By the way, if you want to curse, make sure you play Getting Over It.
Yeah, okay.
Have you ever played that game? Have you ever heard of it?
No.
It is crazy, ragey. I have a disclaimer that says I'm not going to say feck when I play this game. I'm going to say fuck, and I make sure I curse out loud whenever I play it. It's so rage intensing.
Yeah, well, this is the same thing. I will still try and be colourful with my attempts to not swear, but if I do drop a massive F-bomb, it's probably going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. But, just giving myself that option to, if something does just jump out at me and make me go, oh, fuck, and, at the top of my lungs, I'm just going to enjoy it so much more. And hopefully the streamers will get to enjoy it. Yeah. I mean, there will probably be the occasional stream where I will go back to PG-13.
Yeah.
For Terraria or for one of the, or indie games where there will be some young viewers as well. If I know this, but if I'm playing something like I'm playing a lot of Dead Cells at the moment, that game is a roguelite, like Rogue Legacy. It is trolly as heck, and I will swear it.
Yeah, it's probably the best way to do it. Well, Fuzzles has started up anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something here where I don't end up forgetting to raid him this time.
Okay.
So, me and you are going to say our goodbyes. I'm going to turn off the call, and then I'm going to talk to the chat separately and tell them how to do the raid. That way we're not making it part of the podcast. So,
that sounds like a very good idea.
Where can they find you, AG?
You will be able to find me at twitch.tv/airguitarist. You can hit me up on the Twitter at AGPlaysGames. And that's pretty much all for now. There will be more as the channel gets, kicks itself off again. We'll start doing more. We'll start opening up the Discord, start opening up some servers. But for now, guys, you need to go off and play with the very, 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 very lovely Fuzzles Bigfoot. Hopefully, I'll see all of you guys in my stream at some point. And MC, thank you for being a terrific host. And I hope to speak to you guys soon.
You're more than welcome, and I'll see you later, my dude.
All right, guys. You take care.
Bye-bye.